Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's edition of Ask Ron. I've got Ron here, and I think we may have an audience with us today, Ron.
Yeah, we're at a Quick Start School here in Jacksonville. We got a bunch of really cool people here. Hey! Hey! Yeah, most of them are cool anyway. All right, so what do we got?
All right, well, I only got 4 questions for you today, so if you need to ad-lib a couple more questions.
Are they easy ones?
2 of them are pretty easy. The other 2 look a little bit longer, so we'll get through them. First question is coming from Michael Lindsay. He is asking, is there any research on a best or hot area for the terms business?
There is no such a thing. The hot area is where you live. Okay, it's not about area. This works anywhere in the country, but there's a system to it, and there's a process, and you've got to learn how to generate leads, quality leads, and then you got to learn how to master that closing call. You do both of those, you're in business. So that's why you need to be in this room. Does he need to be in this room, guys? Yeah. All right, those are the ones that are still awake.
Perfect. And we got actually a second question from Michael.
Okay.
And he asked, what if your lease purchase person, I guess he means tenant, does not make their monthly payment?
Then you evict them and keep their deposit. That's why we get multi-$1,000 deposits from them. Believe me, you won't have a problem evicting a tenant that's giving you 20 grand. I've never had a problem. Even in COVID, when they could stop paying their rent, nobody ever called me because they knew if they stopped paying their rent, they could forfeit their deposit. And plus, they do all the repairs.
All right. Next up, we got Tony and Angie Stewart.
Of course we do. Every week. We should send them a prize.
We should.
Yeah.
Right. They're asking, when catching up a seller's payments so that I can do a subject to or a wraparound, how do I ensure that the money that I spend catching up the payments will not be lost?
Because you close with an attorney who's going to check to make sure they'll even take the payments, because they don't have to. Or they could take them and apply it to the arrearage and still foreclose if it's not brought current. Or they cannot take them at all. Most of the time they'll take them. But it's not lost as long as you've done your homework, Tony, and you know what I'm talking about. You got to make sure that you know what your exit strategy is and that there's enough equity in the property to make it worth you coming in and making up the payments. And if you don't know the answer to that, get your butt back here in this room. Huh? It's been several months since I taught you. It's time to get back down here. Besides, what beautiful weather. We having beautiful weather here today? Yeah. Of course, it'll be 110 tomorrow, but the day is beautiful. Nah, just kidding. Only be 100.
Well, with that question, Ron, Tony included, it looks like 4 different kind of sequences, and he was wondering which order you would do them in, or which one should he use, whether he should find out the cure amount, get the property under contract first, close on the property, or pay the amount to the bank to cure the back payment first.
Tony, you know the answer to that question. Come on. First, it starts with a contract. All right? And then you go to work having your attorney figure out, well, first of all, your seller should know about what it's going to take to bring it current. They get a letter from them about every month. And then you get a contract, and then you do a title search, and you have your attorney contact the bank and get the information, and then you close, assuming that you should be buying it to begin with. And if you need to, you can usually get a private loan for it to bring those payments current, as long as you got plenty of equity above that, at least 30%. It'll be a small private loan because you're taking over the first. So the 2 combined, which is called the combined loan-to-value ratio, should not exceed 70% of the ARV.
Perfect. And next question's a little bit longer, Ron. It's got some numbers included, so bear with me here. It's coming from Mike Van. He's saying, hey Ron, my parents left their house in a living trust, which became its own entity upon their deaths.
Right.
My sister and I are their beneficiaries, and I am the sole trustee.
Okay.
I'm considering buying out her half of the house and keeping it, but wonder what the best way to do this would be. The house is free and clear, but I would probably have to get a mortgage to buy the other half unless you know of another way.
Oh, I certainly do. You work out an owner financing deal with your sister and pay her monthly payment, which is going to be a whole lot less than your rent. Yeah. And honestly, she don't have any choice because she can't sell without your signature. So it depends on how much you like your sister. And if you don't, this is your chance to get even.
Well, He included some numbers on here too, I guess, just to kind of see whether you think it's a good deal or not. The ARV is $450,000
Yep.
with a current value of $325,000.
What?
And it looks like his buyout would only be $160,000.
I think he meant the current loan balance of 325.
No, it's free and clear. Yeah.
Okay, then where's the 325 come from?
Because it needs work.
Oh,
So, yeah.
okay, so the ARV after repair didn't say how much the repairs are though, did he?
He did not.
All
That
right,
was
so
not
what is the
included on
question
there.
anyway?
I guess he was just including numbers for you to just see if, I guess it depends on the repairs, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does, so I can't answer that question. Remember, well, you gotta get a repair estimate first, which is about what we're gonna get into here right now in this class. So, I can't do that in a sentence. Come, let me train you properly.
10-4.
Because until you do, you're gonna be walking around in a cloud all day long trying to figure out what to do and lose deal after deal after deal.
Awesome. Well, that's all the Gold Club questions that I have.
Okay.
Did you want to take any questions
Yeah.
from the audience?
Well, not right now, but
Okay.
put down on your calendar now, June the 4th at noon Eastern Standard, because I'm going to be doing a class on rehabbing and handling contractors, and it's free. I don't know how to tell you to sign up, but I'm sure if you go to our website, it'll be on there somewhere. And just and then set aside that time, because it's going to be a lot of good information. I'm still working on the class. See you next week.
Awesome.